Hey everyone, it's Justine. Now, I've been doing a lot of technique videos this week as a part of my April celebration, so today I wanted to do a very quick, easy, and simple card to show you that you can create a card in literally 3 or 4 minutes that's gorgeous. So I'm just going to be taking some stamps and inks from Catherine. I thought I would feature some of her products today. She's super awesome and she was a part of the video hop at the beginning of April, as well as she's going to be giving away a whole bunch of things on Facebook. I'll link to some of those groups below because she's been noticing a lot of negativity on Facebook towards YouTube videos, and I think a lot of people aren't understanding how much work they are, and she just wanted to do something to spread a bit of kindness in the world. Now, I'm going to start off with some Catherine paper, and I'm going to be stamping these butterflies. Now, if you're a seasoned stamper, you know that when you're using solid stamps for the first time, the chances of them stamping normally without any faded areas are slim to none. But Catherine's inks are foam pads, not felt pads. So you just tap it 2 or 3 times in the ink lightly, and then you just stick it onto your paper. And you can notice I'm not stamping with a Misty on purpose because I don't need to. These stamp clearly every time and there's been no issues. So it's super, super cool. I love these solid stamps. It made me fall in love with stamping again because I don't need to have any sort of fancy tools to use these inks. The bright colors are super vibrant and fun, and I absolutely love them. What's also cool is that when you're stamping in a dark color and then you go to stamp in a light color, oftentimes you get residue from the previous ink. So if I stamp something in red and then stamp it in yellow, oftentimes even if I've cleaned my stamp, I'm going to get a red residue in my yellow. Now, I wanted to show you that that's not the case with these inks, and that's probably the coolest feature of these inks. So I have to say though, the one thing is that the red and the black ink do stain. So if you don't like stained stamps, this might not be the ink for you. But to me personally, stained means I've used them and I've gotten use out of them, and that makes me happy. So I'm just stamped these 3 on here. Now I'm going to go in with some small butterflies here, and this is where I'm going to show you how the ink doesn't transfer. So I'm stamping it in blue here, in Aquatini I believe it is, and then I'm going to go ahead and stamp it at the top in Tutti Frutti as my last butterfly after I stamp this one. And I didn't even clean my stamp in between, and I went from a blue to a pink, which are pretty different colors, and I didn't have any issues. So here I'm going to stamp it here in Tutti Frutti, and I'm going to stamp using the same butterfly, and again, I didn't wash it, so it's super cool. And I'm just going to ink up and then put that on here, and you're going to see that there's no residue from the blue ink whatsoever. So me personally, I love butterflies, so I thought this card would be perfect for me. And then I'm just going to embellish with a couple of nuvo drops. And I wanted to show you what happens if your nuvo drop goes wonky. So my bottle wasn't working too well there, and then all of a sudden I kind of went off screen, or I went off the bubbles, so I got a point at the top. I'm just going to take a bone folder and just clean that up there and just shift the ink back in, and normally in most colors except red, it doesn't stain the cardstock, so it's fine. So it's one of my favorite ways to add embellishments. And then I'm just going to take some of Catherine card bases here and I'm going to attach it. Another really important rookie mistake is using 2 different kinds of white paper for your base or your panel, and you have to use the same brand because if you don't, the whites won't match. Just because 2 cardstock are white doesn't mean they match. So I hope you enjoyed this card today. I'm doing a giveaway over on my blog for a set of the New to the Party collection inks. If you're interested in some Catherine inks, check that out for details on how to win. If you're interested in checking out my blog, you can click there to access my blog. You can click on my photo there to subscribe to my channel, or I have 2 videos linked below for the videos for the last couple of days. Thanks so much for watching, everyone.